Have you been thinking about getting the Stolen Talon cranks? If so, today is your lucky day. I'm gonna do and explain a review about the Stolen Talon 3-piece BMX cranks, and I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to know about them, from what colors they come in, to what sizes, do they fit your bike, all the pieces that it come with, how it's made, and any other little things that you need to know or you haven't seen online. So if you're impatient like me and you need to know this today, head over to my Instagram at Instagram/StackBMX shop and subscribe to my Instagram to watch this right now. So yeah, let's get to it. These are the Stolen Talon cranks. They come in various sizes and they got a lot of cool features and they come reasonably priced. What I noticed right off the bat on these cranks is that they have a little bit unique style. I'm not too sure how to explain it, but for me, it kind of looks like a leg. Like, you know, like your leg, you have your thigh, and then your ankle's like kind of small right here. But it just gives us this unique style where it's tough here, and then it's thin here. I think they designed this so that it's heavy duty, but also it's slim where your ankle isn't going to be hitting your cranks or anything like that. So I think that's kind of why they did it. Maybe for some strength, to add some strength here. It just looks super unique. And if you like the style, then maybe this is for you. Going to the crank, this thing is a heat-treated chromoly crank arm that's tubular, so it's empty all the way inside of it. On the ends, they wrap it around and then they weld it and grind it down to make it super smooth. Same thing on the spindle boss here. If you look at the spindle, these things are 48 spline. It has a bunch of splines in here. What I like about these cranks is that it has threads right here. A lot of BMX cranks don't have threads right here, so you could use a crank remover, stick it in there and pull your cranks out. So I think that's really cool. There's Stolen Bikes logos. I don't know if it's machined out or stamped out or something. It looks kind of like it's machined out right there. So that looks pretty cool. The pedal size is 9/16, so you're gonna need a 9/16 pedal. And this is the left hand side of it. So this is the left side drive of it. Notice how this thing's super flat to stay flat on your sprocket, and it's got two holes. They got a microdrive hole, which works for 24 tooth sprockets or smaller, and then it's got a larger one for the regular 25 tooth sprockets and bigger. Let's check out what's inside of it. What you're gonna get is you're gonna get a left and a right hand crank arm, exactly the same. To figure out which side they are, it's a 165 left and you got a 165 right. Traditionally, if you're riding a bike, you're gonna wanna ride 165s if you're riding a shorter rear end, like a 12.5 on like a We the People network or what is it, shorty frame, anything like that. You're gonna wanna run a 165. If you're running longer rear end, like a big BMX bike or race bike, you're gonna go more towards the 180, but everything in between is all preference. So keep that in mind when you're shopping for crank arm size. Next is the spindle. The spindle is a heat-treated chromoly 48 spline drive spindle, and it's pretty wide. I think it's 140 is what it's saying. Let me see if I grab a measuring device here. Good old box. I used this in another video, mainly because it was in our reach. I should probably grab a measuring tape, but I'm probably going to do two more of these videos and I'm taking off. Yes, that is correct, 140 length. But if you need a longer spindle, you can use the profile spindle, which I sell, and they come in different lengths. 5.625 is for the normal mid-bottom bracket, everything like that. Shoot, I'm drawing a blank. 6-inch is gonna be for your external bottom bracket. Wait a minute, I'm freaking screwing this thing up. I totally forgot about the sizes. Let me grab one of these boxes so I'm not giving you the wrong information. I know I should probably memorize this stuff, but I always forget. Oh no, I don't even have it right here. So I'm gonna leave a comment below and tell you the exact spindle length and what sizes they fit on, because I don't want to screw that up and give you some false information. So look in the comments after I post this video and I will tell you what spindle to get for mid, this is the one you get for mid. a regular Euro, but if you're getting an external Euro, you're gonna need a little bit longer one. And then if you use a fat tire bike, you're gonna use a way longer one. But here's the other parts that are in it. This is the spider bolt. So this will go on either one of the crank arms. Thread right in there. And then you can secure your spider, your sprocket. If you have a smaller nano drive, you're gonna have to get a bolt and stuff like that. I think they just kept it generic. Maybe the company was just not stolen, but the company they buy the stuff from might have had just that little piece that could make the cranks cheaper, or just trying to get rid of it. So that's why it has that nano drive on there. Not too many people use it. Next up is the bolt. I do notice that it already has lock nut or Loctite on it, which is kind of cool. Keeps the bolt from coming off. Also too, the threads are really long. A lot of the bolts are short that I've seen, and these are a little bit longer than most of them. Also, it has a recessed chamfer on here, so this thing sits flush. When you combine it with this washer here, it sits completely flush, and then this will go right into your crank arm and then looks super clean because everything's flush. Pretty rad on that part. If you need to know what's width or the diameter of this spindle is a 19 millimeter spindle. So you should get a 19 millimeter bottom bracket, and then 19 millimeter spindle inside the bottom bracket, and then the outside of the bottom bracket should be whatever your bike is. So it could be American, so it needs cups and bearings, or it could be mid, where it's just a bearing, or Spanish, where it just needs a Spanish bearing, or it could be Euro, where it has threads inside the frame. So determine which ones of those are. If you can't figure it out or anything like that, try to watch some of my other videos about the Euro. Maybe even the Odyssey video. Actually, that video right there, the bottom bracket video, that one will help you a lot because it shows you all the different bottom brackets and which one you need. But in the meantime, if you love this video, you think you want these cranks, head over to stackbmx.com and pick yourself up a set.